Walking down these empty streets, echoes of the past I meet, lost and wandering for so long, searching for where I belong. Sunrise breaking through the night, guiding me back to the light. Every step feels like a prayer, promises hang in the air. Come back home, heal your heart, where the love never parts. Come back home, find your peace. In this place, your pain will cease. Memories of laughter and tears, answers to my deepest fears. In these walls I find my truth, washing away the years. Ruth, oh, the road was long and rough, but my spirit's had enough. Here in the sanctuary, healing feels extraordinary. Come back home, heal your heart, where the love never parts. Come back home, find your peace. In this place, your pain will cease. Long and rough, but my spirit's had enough. Here in the sanctuary, healing feels extraordinary. Come back home, heal your heart, where the love never parts. Come back home, find your peace. In this place, your pain will cease. Walking down these empty streets, echoes of the past I meet, lost and wandering for so long, searching for where I belong. Sunrise breaking through the night, guiding me back to the light.
Hey. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Dear Brother and Dear Sister podcast this morning. Let me make sure y'all can hear me. Yes, y'all can. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Dear Brother and Dear Sister podcast. It is Friday. It is Relationship Friday. Every Friday, I'll be discussing relationships, and I will stream from both of my YouTube channels, okay? The Dear Sister podcast and the Dear Brother podcast, all right? And on Facebook. I'm going to give y'all about 10, 15 minutes, and then you can switch over to YouTube, either to the Dear Brother or Dear Sister podcast. It's up to you. But we're going to go in today, all right? I got a little time today, so I'm not stuck to a half-hour show like I'm usually stuck to a half-hour show. We're going to talk about misguided love today. We're going to talk about relationships. I'm going to open up the discussion. I know relationships is a big thing, man. It's one of the biggest niches on social media. Everybody's trying to figure it out, right? And I think the biggest problem is you got men trying to figure it out on one side. And I even see it on my TikTok channels, the attack that's against women. Men are mad at women, I have the Dear Sister podcast, so I get to see all the sisters that's mad at men, and we're all blaming each other. This is going to be a heck of a conversation today. But good morning. Jump in the chat. Let me know you're in the building. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Facebook right now. I believe that we're also live on, no, we're not live on Instagram today. Good morning, Chantel. Good morning. This is going to be a great show today. We're going to get into it heavy. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about relationships today. Let me ask y'all this questions. If you're in the chat, whatever chat you're in, let me know. Have you ever been in a toxic relationship? And let me ask you this. Let me ask y'all. We're going to start off with a little conversation before I get into it. Good morning, Cass. Good morning, my dear sister. We're going to get into it today. Have you ever chosen a toxic relationship? Because this is what we're going to do today. We're not going to blame anybody today. That's the set rules, right? And so if y'all in the chat and you see somebody coming and they blaming, remind them of today's rules. We're not blaming. Nobody's blaming anybody today. We're not talking about our past boo. We're not talking about any of that, because the fact is, a lot of your past boos have been the same, okay? Remember this, the only common denominator in all relationships is you. So if every relationship you're in falls apart, then you can't keep on blaming the people. You see what I'm saying? We got our own stuff. And that's why I'm talking today about us sabotaging, right? It's easy to say, oh, they weren't the one and they weren't the one. Because guess what? There's some relationships that fell apart, and it's okay. You know why? It doesn't make that person a bad person, right? Ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't make that person a bad person. They weren't good for you. Now, are there some people out here who are just rough people? Absolutely. But we're not going to play the blame game today. We're going to take responsibility for how we are, how we've moved, what we've done, how we've operated, right? Because that's the fair thing to do. It's the only fair thing to do, is to operate that way. So we're going to get into it. But let me ask y'all, jump in the chat. Oh, okay. Chantel, okay. You in a toxic relationship. Okay. Okay. What does a toxic relationship feel like, y'all? What does that feel like to be in a toxic relationship? What's that like? I've been in one. I know, I know my experience in a toxic relationship. I haven't been in a lot of them. It was one relationship I was in that was very toxic, and it damn near killed me. So, I mean, that's just me. Some of y'all might have dealt with it a little better, but the toxic relationship I was in, it damn near killed me. It took everything I thought I was, and it's destructive, right? Right. But, one thing I got out of it was that I really found out you know what I found out? I found out that I was a people pleaser. Oh, man. Oh man, I couldn't wait to get on this joint today. But is anybody else like that? You found out, man, I'm a people pleaser, bro. I might be a people pleaser. I might be trying to satisfy everybody's needs. I might be out here just trying to make everybody happy. How many times have you buried your happiness trying to make somebody else happy? Or let's again, we're not going to play the blame game today. How many times have you tried to control the situation with your love, or you thought your love was enough to handle the whole thing? I'm gonna tell you, a lot of times we hold on to negative relationships out of pride. It's pride. We got a pride problem. We bring a lot of pride problems, y'all, to our stuff. We do. We bring a lot of pride problems. Let me see. All right, now I'm getting all my my messages now. I had to do something this morning to get all my messages so I can see y'all, right? But let me ask y'all, what has a toxic relationship done to you? Like, how does it feel? What did you go through? How long did you stay? Let's get into it. How long did you stay? Let me see. Yeah, it's a place in our life, y'all. Listen, I'm man, oh man, right? And so let's talk about it. The toxic sides of our life, because guess what? We talk about toxic people, but you know what? The fact is, you attract a lot of times what you are. Oh man, listen, it's time to check ourselves, right? Look, a lot of times you attract exactly what you are. Are you toxic? Have you been toxic? You see what I'm saying? Where are you with it in your life? That's the real question. Are you toxic? Do you attract that? Right? What's wrong with us? Because again, it's easy to always point out what's wrong with the other person or what happened in your life. So we're going to go through some things today. We're 10 minutes in. We're 10 minutes in. And so we're going to go through some things today. And I'm going to start I'm going to start talking a little bit here, right? But I want to talk about 10 ways that we sabotage our own relationships. Right? So I got some questions out there. Have you sabotaged a relationship? Have you been the toxic one? Right? Have you been the toxic one? Let me see who's in the chat before we start our show. Let me see. Needing to be free, needing to free myself as we okay. So you in the right building, right? Sisters and brothers, y'all in the right building, right? But what's going on out here with relationships? What's going on? Why is it so chaotic? Why are we so mad at each other? I'm seeing that a lot online. Everybody's mad at each other. Everybody's blaming. Everybody's pointing fingers. My issue with this is that while everybody's pointing fingers at each other, right, saying how horrible men are and how horrible women are, we still get together, we still have X, and we still make babies. Let's have a real talk today, right? There's too many broken homes. Oh, let's get into it, bro. There's too many broken homes. There's too many single parents going on, right? Because again, if men so bad and women so bad, we still get together and make babies. What happens to those babies? Are we producing Cains and Abels? Because we're producing Cain and Abel relationships where we hate each other and then we're producing kids. What spirit do you think is going to be in our kids? Come on. What spirit you think going to be in our kids if this is how we operating, right? It's an issue, y'all, that we got to talk about, and we got to talk about it from a mature place, right? What's mature place, Christian? Mature place is not a man jumping on here saying, you know what? I'm a passport bro. No, you're a clown. You understand? I'm going to leave America and find me a woman. No, you're a clown. You're a clown. All these millions of people in America, you can't find a good woman. You gotta be a passport bro. You're a clown. Okay? All you ladies out here talking about, I'm just not going to be with nobody. I'm going to be by myself. And look, I'm going to do what men do. Be quiet. You're a clown. Stop it. That's not even in your nature. Right? That's speaking out of hurt. A lot of you are speaking out of pain. You're speaking out of disappointment. I ain't going to be with no man. I ain't committing with no man. Blah, 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 blah. No, you're just mad. You're angry. And you know why a lot of you ladies are angry? Because you won't take any accountability for the problems you bring to relationships. I don't care who I make mad today. I'm here to heal my brothers and sisters, right? And yes, I do want that smoke. If anybody got smoke this morning, I want that smoke. Let's talk about it. A lot of you ladies sabotage your own relationships. Let me see. I can admit some things I've done in past relationships, but this one right here, as stated before, is definitely a wow. Thought I would never be here. But this is the thing. How'd you get there? How'd you get there? Look, it's easy, right? Right now, we can call each one of the words that really bothers me lately is everybody calls everybody a narcissist. Everybody is a narcissist these days. Oh, he's a narcissist. She's a narcissist. Right? We make up these words, right? Right? Not that the word narcissist is made up, but we use it so much. Good morning, good morning, good morning. There you go. Hey, my sister, good morning. Right? We make up, oh, everybody's a narcissist. No. Everybody's not a narcissist, man. Right? I think a lot of times we call everybody a narcissist because you're too selfish. Maybe you're the narcissist. You're so selfish. You're so about yourself that when somebody else comes in your life, right? You're so used to giving to you that now that you got to give to another person, they're a narcissist because they need something from you. Well, what relationship you going to be in that don't have a need? Come on, y'all. We ain't even get into this show yet, but let's get good morning, Audrey. Good morning, Audrey. You know what, y'all? I gotta say this. I gotta pause for the calls. I gotta say this. This lady right here, Audrey White. Yes, this is the lady that saved my life, ladies and gentlemen. Right? I wouldn't be alive right now if it wasn't for this lady right here. Right? When I was dying on dialysis, right? Losing all kinds of weight. I was down 160 something pounds, dying. I felt my body leaving, right? This lady right here, Audrey White, stepped in and saved my life. She gave me a kidney, January 3rd, 2020. God bless you, sister. I love you so much. And thank you for allowing me to be here and keep on sharing my wisdom with the world. Because if you didn't, this wisdom would be in the grave. So thank you, my dear sister. I love you very much. Let me see. Feeling like I didn't deserve better. Okay. That's where a lot of you sisters are stuck. A lot of you sisters are stuck in an unworthiness. You feel like you're unworthy. If you do find a good man, right? You feel like you're unworthy. Now, this is the question that I want to talk about, right? It's one thing to feel unworthy of a healthy relationship. It's another thing to sabotage that relationship because you feel unworthy, right? Because let me tell you something, sisters, there is such thing. There is such thing. Let me see. Let me put this up. Audrey, they're replying to you. We thank God for her. Yes, we thank God for you. We thank God for you. You gave a brother life. Yes, thank you so much, sister. Oh my God, thank you so much. January 3rd. Every time January 3rd roll around. All right, let me get out of here before I start crying. All right. We thank God for you. Yes. Yes. Show and tell shows you love too, Audrey. Strong. Yes. Prayer, strong faith. Yes. That's why I'm here today. Right? But how many of y'all, good morning, my guy, Hayward Hamilton in the building. Good morning, my brother. Let's get into it. And you know what? I'm glad you're here, man, because I'm going to tell you it's a lot of great pastors and leaders that are jumping here this morning. And you know what? Let's talk about it, because some of the things that tear relationships, some of the things that tear your gifting up, your gifting as a leader. You get with the wrong woman, you're done, brother. Y'all hear me? Y'all men of God out here, y'all strong prophets, y'all men, great men of God. Let me tell you something. I don't care how high your anointing is. I don't care how great and graceful you move in the spirit. I don't care if you've climbed to the third level of heaven, my brother. You join yourself with the wrong woman, you will be in the third level of hell, my man. Right? We got to talk about these relationships, man. Come on, stop dodging it, because all of our spirituality, this is the problem, y'all. We over spiritualize everything. We over spiritualize everything. And let me throw this into for some of y'all too. Some of you spiritual guys, you married who your ministry needed. You married who your family needed. You never got with the woman you wanted to get with. That's why your marriage sucks. Let's get into it this morning. You didn't marry. You wasn't looking for a woman, bro. You was looking for an image. And ladies, you do it too. I'm coming back around to y'all. Everybody getting smoked today, including me. I'm going to give my own self smoke today. This is going to be a great conversation. A lot of you guys, professionals out there, you chose who looked good for your image. You didn't choose based on you. You didn't choose based on who you were or where you were going. You chose based on image. You know what an image is? An image is an idol. And a lot of you brothers, you went and married an idol, and now you're worshiping her, and she's taking all your attention off the things you're supposed to do in life. Come on, you married the wrong woman. She will make her emotions your idol, bro, and you'll be praying at the foot of her emotions, and you will lose your focus on what you were born to do. You got to remember this, everybody, ladies and gentlemen. You weren't born to be with a person. You were born with a purpose, right? You were born with a purpose, and the person you get with is supposed to help you with your purpose. You've traded in your purpose for a person, and that's why you're unhappy. I don't care how cute they are, how fine they are, right? I don't care how big his beard is, ladies. I don't care how cool he is. Gentlemen, I don't care what her shape look like. You understand? If you put down your purpose to get with a person, you're in trouble. Listen, the person you're supposed to be with is on the path you're on. If you got to leave the path you're on to find the person, you're going in the wrong direction. If you have to leave your path to find the person, you're going in the wrong direction. This is what a lot of us do. We leave our path to find a person. We bring the person back to the path, and now they're messing up the path. You're not supposed to leave. Listen, everything you need is on the path you're on. Your mate, your money, your success, your security, everything is on the path you're on. Don't deviate. Don't leave the path you're on to find somebody. You'll lose. Let me see. Let's get into it. I got time today, y'all. I got time. My baby get out of school early today, but I'm gonna stay on here till it's time to go. Let me see. That's true. Partnership matters. Yes. And now listen, sis. Let me shoot this at y'all because y'all need to know this. Partnership matters. Let me tell you, and I thank you so much for saying this, because the book of Proverbs. I'm dropping a new book on my birthday, December 7th. Letters to my sons. I'm dropping a new book. And let me tell you, this is what it's about. Let me say it like this. So I'm gonna make everybody mad real quick. Proverbs 31 was not a book written for women. I know y'all have done conferences on it. I know y'all done conferences on it. Y'all done conventions. Y'all done wore t-shirts. Proverbs 31, it was not written for women at all. Okay. Now, I'm not saying it's not a good book for you to study or learn from. I'm just telling you it wasn't written for you. The book of Proverbs was written from a father to a son. And when you read Proverbs 1 to Proverbs 2, all the way, Proverbs 30, what he does is all the way through that book, each proverb, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, what they do is he's giving his son principles. This is how you live. This is how you build friendships. This is how you forgive. This is how you deal with lawsuits. This is how you deal with your tongue. This is how you think. This is how you slow down. He deals with all that, right? Proverbs 31, he leaves the last book, right? I'm going to give you 30 books of wisdom to build you up as a man. Now, son, Proverbs 31, I'm going to show you what kind of woman you need. Why? Because if you absorb 30 books of wisdom and you crafted yourself into the greatest man you could be, if you give yourself to the wrong woman, you will cancel out 30 books of wisdom because you tied yourself to a foolish woman. And I don't want y'all to get all mad at me. The Bible talks about the foolish woman, the cantankerous woman. It talks about, It talks about these women, right? So men, understand this. You can put your life together. You can have your finances together. You can have everything you got in order. You get with the wrong woman, she will cause it all to come tumbling down in a day. And why are you saying this, Christian? Because some of y'all ladies, like, I'm gonna be a Proverbs 31 woman. I'm gonna be a Proverbs 31 woman. Fine. The problem is this: if you become a Proverbs 31 woman and you get a man who has not given his life to the other 30 books, you're in trouble, sister. Yep, I'm gonna smoke myself out. I'm gonna smoke myself out today. Yes, true. Yes, it is. Let me see. Good morning. Good morning, Crystal. Thank you so much for having me at your ladies' conference. It's still such an honor to have been there, sharing with the ladies. I hope I did a good job there. I love the opportunity to strengthen my sisters, and then I think we need to do that a lot. And I'm gonna say this to y'all. I'm gonna say this to a lot of y'all who have these women's conferences and men's conference. The problem with men alone conferences and women alone conferences is that we discuss our own stuff, right? And just because we discuss our own stuff in our own little corners, men over here, women over here, we discussing our stuff. The problem is if there's no intersectional relationship, if there's no intersectional conversation, then what do we learn about each other? What good is it a whole bunch of men learn about men's stuff and women learn about women's stuff, and women need to learn about men's stuff and men need to learn about women's stuff? And if you do that, we can really grow. All right, commercial time. Let me start. Let me give you a commercial. Okay. These books right here. These books have been selling all over the country, and these books have been, people been buying them together. The Soul of Sarah and Home, Where Hurt Men Heal. All right. Go get these books. They're on Amazon.com right now. Go get them. They're on Amazon. Go get the books. Go get the books. They're going to run right there. Amazon.com is right there. Soul of Sarah. Go get the books. Okay. Home Where Hurt Men Heal. Go get the books. They're right there for you. Okay? They're right there. They're right there because you need these. They strengthen you. All right? Let me see. Let me go back in the chat. See. Oh, I'm happy to catch you live. All right, Lisa, good morning, sister. I'm glad you're on. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here, Lisa Moore. Let me see. Wow, never knew that. Thanks for sharing. Absolutely. And see, this is the problem. It's a lot of stuff we don't know, y'all. It's a lot of stuff we don't know. Let me see. Notice in that book of Proverbs 31, it never said beautiful. Ooh. Because what is beautiful, Lisa Moore? What is beautiful, right? Right? What is beautiful? Ladies, what is beautiful? We got to define what beautiful is. Hey, ladies. Jezebel was beautiful. Hey, Jezebel was beautiful. The scripture says that she painted her face with beautiful colors, right? It talks about the woman in the book of Proverbs, matter of fact, it talks about the woman who waves her hands above the earth and her face is made up beautifully. And it says that she attracts all the professional young men in the field. And what happens is when she brings them all to her, they see her hands waving, they see her face. What they don't see is that her feet are tied to the bowels of hell. Jezebel was beautiful. Thank you, Crystal. Thank you so much, sister. It was such an honor to be there. Let me see. I think people are trying to, Lisa Moore, I think people are trying to heal, but they don't know how. So they are learning separately. That's the problem. They're learning separately, right? But the thing is, if we're going to be with each other, why are we learning separately? Yes. Right? Yes, sis, get the books before I come out with the next one. Y'all know I'm a writer. I've been writing since 2011, right? Let me see. Started reading back from the beginning. I definitely needed that book. That's great. Let me see. Yes, I wrote those books, Lisa Moore. I wrote those books. They're on Amazon right now. Yes. How could I write a book to women? Well, I buried my mother, and God gave me a revelation about the value of women. And man, I ain't gonna get into that. All right, let's talk a little bit. Let's get into it. Let me see. Okay. Let me see. All right. Oh goodness, my fingers ain't working today. Okay, there you go. All right, let's talk a little bit, y'all. I want to talk about misguided love today. I don't think we've been educated on love because this is what we do. We will repeat the love we've seen. This is a heavy thing we got to deal with, ladies and gentlemen. We will repeat the love we've seen until you confront yourself about it. I'll give you an example. My mother and father, they loved each other very, very deeply. Their love was more or less take care of each other, right? So I never saw my parents not take care of each other. They always made sure they had what they needed. I never saw my mom and dad kiss and hug and dance around the kitchen. I never saw that romantic love in my house. What I saw was a man taking care of a woman and a woman taking care of a man. So in my mind, I said, okay, that's relationship. To take care of the person you're with. Is that a great principle? Yes. Is that a necessary principle? Yes. But was there something missing? Yes. The missing part was, how do you love a woman beyond just taking care of her needs, right? How do you love her? How do you deal with her feelings? How do you invest in her feelings? I didn't know any of that because I never saw my father do it. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of our relationship problems, y'all, come from how we grew up. See, a lot of y'all not going far enough back. You're still talking about your ex-boyfriend and the ex before that and the ex before that. No, your relationship issues started in your home. It started with how you grew up. It started with what you saw. And a lot of those things are creeping your reality in relationship right now. And the enemy saying, oh, blame your ex. When the truth is, you need to blame what you saw in the house. Yes. Right. So what I did, I had to learn what that romantic love was. And you know who taught me? My mother. My mother taught me. These are the flowers you buy. She taught me every kind of flower. She taught me, right? She taught me where to take a lady. She taught me how to order for a lady. She taught me these things. That's the reason I learned the love, the romantic side of love. But if I just had to depend on how my father treated my mother, I would have just said he provides the money. And that's good enough for relationships. A lot of us bring our family background to relationships. A lot of us choose the same man our father was, or you choose the same woman your mother was. We got to go there. We got to dig all the way back. Not your ex-husband. Look at your father and your mother, or the lack of parenting you had. We got to go all the way back there. This is why I can't stand these shallow YouTube conversations about relationship. Because all we do is bicker at each other and and the BBL and the passport bro and the soft sister era. And all of it is a bunch of trash because none of it heals people. It just gives us stuff to complain about. Let me see who's in the chat. Let me see. Yeah, we have to be in the same room together. Yes, we have to be in the same room together to heal. The reason why men and women don't want to get in the same room together is because we're not mature enough to have a conversation. Yeah, we all 30 and 40 and 50 years old, and we're still too mature to have a conversation with the opposite sex. You know why? Because you know what the enemy doesn't want? This stuff happened in the Garden of Eden, ladies and gentlemen. The enemy pitted that woman, Eve, against her husband. And it caused him to have a look where he's looking at her strange, like, you did this to me. And she's looking at him like, yo, you ain't tell me what to do. This battle started, and Satan sits back and says, look at him rumbling. This started in the beginning. You making women the enemy, bro. You making men the enemy, sis. And the truth is, we have one enemy that was starting this stuff in relationships in the very beginning of time. If we deal with this in a mature, intellectual way, then we can end the enemy's game upon us. Let me see. All right. Oh, I'm getting your books and I'm gifting your books to some men who desperately need them. All right, Lisa, but make sure you get the Soul of Sarah for some women who desperately need that. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, men aren't the only ones toxic. We talk a lot about toxic masculinity. There is such thing as toxic femininity, and I'm going to get in trouble, but that's what you do online. I personally believe that toxic femininity is much more dangerous than toxic masculinity. My opinion. And y'all can ask about it. We can get into that if y'all want, but that'll be a whole nother show. What it do, Tam? Thanks for being here, sister. Let me see. Yeah, we digging deep. We got to go all the way back, right? And I want y'all to check out Mion Brand. I want y'all to check her out on Facebook. She is a hell of a artist. She's a hell of a fashionista, right? She makes clothes. She moves all around. She does fashion shows. I want y'all to check out Mion Brand on Facebook. Go follow her. She got some really fly stuff going on. Let me see. Openly affection lacks, unfortunately, in Christian homes. Yes. You know why? Because open affection, it lacks in Christian homes. Yes, it does. No compassion. You know why? Because we over spiritualize relationships. And a lot of Christians has fake relationships. They started fake. You know how many of y'all Christians got married because out of force? I would venture to say, this is just my guess. Yeah, it's a number coming out my head, so y'all don't have to buy into it. I would venture to say that upward of 70% of Christian relationships started from a fake premise. Yep. You either got pregnant and had to get married because you were trying to hide it, right? You wanted to marry a preacher or somebody you thought was important. Yep. Y'all brothers out there, she was the prettiest girl in the church, and you wanted somebody to ride around and say she was pretty. And you say, oh my God, she the prettiest girl, I'm gonna get her. A lot of these relationships didn't start on love. A lot of these relationships started on arrangement. Yeah, because we over spiritualize marriage in church. We over spiritualize it. That's why we shout and dance at marriages. You shout and dance with somebody at a wedding that you're going to be divorced from in 3 months. You know why? Because you over spiritualized it. You looked in the spirit, and then you didn't look at the person. You were marrying a Jezebel. You were marrying a serpent, sis, that was going to lie to you from the gate. And you spoke in tongues so much, and you spiritualized so much, and you fantasized so much that you couldn't see the reality that you were eating fruit from a snake. And some of you gentlemen, you fantasized so much, you were so in love with the way her red lips puckered up at you that you can't see that every word out of her mouth was a lie. You know why? Because we don't know ourselves enough to know. We don't know ourselves, and we don't know how to protect our own beings. Oh man, let's get into it. Yes. Because that's the issue. A lot of our spiritual mothers and fathers, I'm going to do another podcast on spiritual mothers and fathers because I don't believe it's a real thing. Now I know all y'all gonna be going now. There's such thing as that. Listen, you never saw somebody be a spiritual mother or father in the scriptures. You never saw it. You saw people give their children to a priest, right? So it's, I'll just throw this in. Bishop Joseph Scott, God, my parents gave me to him at 12 years old. He raised me in the things of the spirit. I only have one father. His name is Thomas Winters. I was given to a priest to give me spiritual instruction. That doesn't make him my spiritual father. That makes him the priest that received me, that my parents trusted to give me to him, and he raised me up. I honor him from a place of a priest. He was not my father. This is a whole nother podcast. I'll get into that on the Christian Activist podcast. But some of y'all have been fooled by the spiritual mother nonsense and spiritual father nonsense. Absolutely. You know why? Because I don't want to stay here, but you chase trying to be their daughter and their son, and you built their vision and forgot about your own mom and dad. Let me get out of here. All right. Your video on toxic femininity really exposed my narcissistic tendencies. I used as my defense mechanism when receiving love. Lisa Moore, let me tell you something, sister. That's about one of the bravest things I've seen on social media. For you to get on here and say, look, that video, I was kind of afraid to do that video because it was like, man, these ladies gonna be so mad at me. But it's a fact, y'all. It's a fact. It's a fact that there's a toxic thing, and it's a spiritual thing. You got to remember, Eve played, the serpent played with the mind of Eve, and he still does it to this day. And he makes you justify your own toxic stuff while you call men toxic. Sis, that is brave for you to say that. I'm glad it helped you. Go check it out, y'all, on the Dear Sister podcast. I got a video up called Toxic Femininity. Go check it out. Let me see. That's good. It goes both ways. Of course, everything I'm talking about goes both ways. That's why I got the Dear Sister and Dear Brother podcast on here today. Both streams is going. Let me see. I learned these behaviors from both my mother and father. Yes, every day is see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying, y'all? See how we blame other people? And really, it's our past, not our past lover. It's all the way back to our childhood that affects us, right? How many people have you treated terribly, right? And it was really how you were raised. Let me see. Absolutely, sis. Absolutely. Go follow my sister. Let me see. Yes, a lot of y'all married for sex. Well, you know what it is, Crystal? They didn't marry for sex. They married to cover sex because they was having sex anyway. So let's just do this under a legal cover. The problem with marrying for sex is that what happens when you roll over and look at this person, you don't even like them anymore because they gave you great sex but horrible character. Let me see. Yes. Let me see. The majority of my family members are married from a fake premise. Absolutely. There's so many spiritual ways. You know why? Because spiritual places, especially the church, I can speak from that form because that's where I come from. A lot of church folks, right? They teach you to get married. They don't teach you how to choose. They teach you to get married. So you just choose based on what? What did you choose based on? You chose based on what? Image? You chose based on what they told you. That's what you got to do. That's what comes up as acceptable. No, y'all. Let me see. I don't want to. Goodness gracious, y'all talking heavy in here today. Let me see. Yes, people don't build relationship first. No, they don't. They don't, because it's not about building relationship. Let me see. Talking heavy. I'm trying to cook today. Let me see. Zara, good morning, everyone. Is there a connection to how we treat God to determine how we treat relationships? We give God our tithes, but not our heart. Yes, I do believe there's a connection between how we treat God and how we treat people. I do believe that. But this is how I believe it. I believe, Zara, that a lot of times our problem is we don't know real love. We haven't learned real love from a relationship with God. That's why we accept fake love from people. I think that's the bigger issue, is that we haven't sat with God long enough to hear him talk to us, to hear him correct us, to hear him love us in a real way, right? And if we really did build relationship with God, right? When we talk about relationship with God, people don't define it. Relationship with God is being able to hear and receive. It's the patience of being able to hear and receive from God. When you operate with God like that, yes, sis, I agree. It's so much easier to build a relationship. Absolutely. Let me see. Christians in the black community really struggle with balance. Yes, they do, because they're not taught to be balanced. They're taught to serve people until they die. We can love righteously and still enjoy each other. This beautiful world God created. That's what I'm saying. God created the world, y'all. We created these churches. I ain't gonna get into that. It's another podcast. But yes, I totally agree. Y'all got to get on the Christian Activist podcast. I got 3 podcasts, y'all. The Dear Brother podcast, the Dear Sister podcast, and the Christian Activist podcast. I will address some of this stuff on the Christian. Woo! Look at y'all. I love the community in here. Lisa Moore, Zara is saying good morning to you, sister. Let me see. Sister, applaud you, sis. Lisa, look, the love you're getting in the room, sister. We applaud you. Thank you for sharing this. Yes, absolutely. Thank you for sharing this, Takoa. Yes, thank you for sharing this. Many of us have been there. Absolutely. I'm going to share. This is where I'm at. That's it. That's what I'm saying, y'all. I don't want to. Y'all already think I'm crazy, but let me see. We as women have our own toxicity, yes, and get healed and stop thinking a man makes you whole. We have to get healed in order to be effective in healthy relationships. Absolutely. All right, I'm gonna get back to the chat, but let me get in these notes a little bit, y'all. I want to look at 10 ways that we sabotage misguided love, right? The first thing is we don't know how to choose wisely. We talked about that a little bit, right? We don't know how to choose wisely. We choose blind. You know why? Because a lot of us choose based on where we hurt. We don't choose a person based on from healed eyes. We usually choose people based on what hurt us. And we're looking to see, oh, they won't hurt me that way, right? A lot of us aren't looking for a person. We're looking for a Band-Aid. We're not looking for a person. We're looking for a Band-Aid. That's what we do to each other, y'all. You look for a Band-Aid. You choose blind. You totally miss red flags because you're moving too fast. You're moving too fast, and you're choosing based on what? You're not choosing wisely. Do you know you enough to choose somebody for you? This is why I honor arranged marriages. This is why I honor the concept of arranged marriages. I'm not saying we got to go back to it, but I understand why it happened, right? That parent knew that child through and through. That parent knows that child better than that child knows themselves. And they start picking based on needs, not just desires, right? We choose people based on desires, not necessity for life, right? And this is the problem, y'all. Your desires change. That's why people cheat. Oh, man, let me get out of here. Huh? We choose on desire. We don't choose on necessity. You got to choose what you need, not just what you desire. Because when your desires change, your desires at 21 are different than your desires at 30. Your desires at 30 are different than your desires at 35. And this is why a lot of you wind up cheating, because you're chasing your desires. You never chase love from a person. You were just chasing somebody to fulfill your desires. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Huh? We don't know how to choose. Consider it. Consider how you've chosen. Come on, sis. Come on, bro. Consider how you've chosen. You chose her because her body was crazy. What happened? What happens when her body not crazy no more? You see? Because we're not chasing based on value. We're chasing based on temporal qualities that make us happy for a moment. So number one, we don't know how to choose. And then we tell people to fix their relationship. Well, you can't make me. It's like trying to make a kid fix a toy they never wanted. That's why most people won't fix their relationship, because when stuff gets bad, you find out, I never wanted this joint. That's why it's so hard to go to counseling. That's why I ain't going to no counseling. Why? Because this was never valuable enough from the jump. Come on. What makes some of y'all believe that if you didn't have counseling going into your relationship, what makes you believe that somebody gonna want counseling after everything fall apart? We're fooling ourselves. You got married because you was a horny homeboy. I would listen. I'm afraid of the numbers of people that walk down the very aisle. You walk down the very aisle looking at the person, everybody cheering and taking pictures. They don't even know that one person in the scenario don't even want to do what they're about to do. That's why you got to choose based on who you are, not just your desires. Let me see who's in the chat. I know I'm so behind in this chat today. Goodness gracious. Let me see. We don't teach. We really and don't really teach how to maintain marriage. Yes. But this is the thing, Tekoa. If we taught people how to choose, the natural desire to maintain would be there. Right? If we really taught people how to choose better, the natural instinct to hold what matters to you would be there. So then I can teach you how to hold it, right? But if you don't even want to hold it, I can't make you. Gotta teach people how to choose. I'm trying to cook, my sister. I'm trying to cook a little bit. Let me see. That is it. It's not until we break free from that mentality that we can choose properly. Yes, it's so much more than superficial. Yes, we're choosing based on temporal feelings, not something that's going to count. Let me tell y'all something that my sister said to me years ago. She said, you know what? And I'm going to share it with y'all because this is the way you should be looking at it. When you start to choose a person or you meet somebody, you're getting to know them. You know what question you should ask yourself? Not whether, oh man, they hair sit right. Oh man, his right shoulder muscle is crazy, right? None of that stuff, right? This is the question you need to ask yourself. Is this the person I want standing next to me over my parents' casket? Is this the person I want next to me while I'm grieving a parent in a casket? If you don't want that person next to you in that moment, they're not for you. They're not the one. Consider whether you want that person next to you in the roughest moments of your life. They can make you laugh, but can they heal you? Come on, brothers. Who do you want? You want a sister right there that's just sucking her teeth and having an attitude? Or you want a sister that knows how to heal you in the roughest spots of your life? What are you choosing based on? Let me see. Living miserable for church people. And the truth is they're going to... Come on. Yes. Church people going to talk anyway. That's what they do. That's why I left the church to serve God. Yes, I agree with you, Cass. Living miserable for church people. The truth is they're going to talk anyway. Yes, I left church to serve God. Because this is the problem. A lot of y'all in church, you in church to serve people. See, y'all hate the title of this book. Y'all too scared to open it, right? Because you love your idol so much that you can't see past the title of this. But the truth is, I should be in church to serve God, right? And the fact that I had to leave church to serve God, people have taken over church so much that I had to leave to serve God. But anyway, we'll get into that. Let me see. Yes, choose based on healed eyes. All right, absolutely. Let me see. I'm only marrying on need and for future. Destiny marriages only. Absolutely. That's what counts. That's what counts. Let me see. Now that I'm getting older, I'm having a hard time choosing. Okay. Because no one is perfect. Okay. Deciding what is considered normal human behavior versus red flags are mixed together for me. Okay. So let me tell you something. Now, Lisa Moore. Now, you might get off the podcast after this because y'all know I'm a straight shooter. This is Dear Brother and Dear Sister Uncut. I'm going to read this again. Now that I'm getting older, I'm having a hard time choosing because no one is perfect. Okay. Deciding what is considered normal human behavior versus red flag. I'm going to tell you why you having a problem choosing, sis. Because you having inner conflict. Lisa Moore, your conflict is inner. So you have to have a singular mind before you can be with somebody else. If we're chaotic inside, we will choose a chaotic person, right? Yes. Let me see. I'm learning. You're helping me. I'm glad, Zara. I'm so glad, my sister. Let me see. Needs and desires change. I'm 31 in with my husband, 31 years in with my husband. Yes, we still have to satisfy one another's needs and desires as we grow. Yes, and change. Absolutely. Right? Some of y'all married, y'all got married or dating somebody that's so temporal, right? It's just a moment. It's just a moment. And you didn't marry based on something. You didn't marry based on where the marriage was going. You based on how you felt at that moment. That's such a good point, Crystal. Thanks for sharing. Right? Let me see. I love this book. Still reading. All right, Chantal, I really appreciate that. Let's get back into it, y'all. So number one, misguided love. 10 ways we sabotage our own relationships. Number one, we don't know how to choose wisely. Number two, people don't know themselves first, right? You got to know what you like, know what you love, right? Don't get so spiritually lost that it's like, oh, he connects to my spirit. Sis, he doesn't know how to have a conversation. Come on, bro. Oh man, she's so much fun. She's so much fun, but she doesn't have a womb in her mind to help you birth dreams. The only thing she could do for you is make a baby, bro. But she's so fun. Okay. What happens when you're trying to build a future and she's playing while you're trying to build? Then what? What happens when you need more than fun? You see? Let me see. So number one, we're going to go do them again. Number one, people don't know how to choose. Number two, people don't know themselves first. Number three, we bring our own hurts hoping someone else will heal them. Yes, we bring our own hurts to a relationship hoping that someone else would jump in and heal them. Some relationships, a lot of relationships they don't start on equal terms. Whoever's in the worst situation is looking for the other person to drag them up. Pick me up. My last relationship knocked me down. The way I grew up knocked me down. My ex-husband knocked me down. My ex-wife knocked me down. My last girl cheated on me. And now I'm with you. I need you to lift me up. We bring our hurts to relationships. We bring our hurt. We bring our pain to relationships. We don't start on equal footing. Some people that you brought in your life, they were good people. They never had a chance. And this is for some of y'all that's saying, well, I just never met a good person. Yes, you have. They never had a chance because you needed a rescue. You didn't need a relationship. You were looking for a rescue. You were looking for somebody to rescue you from past hurt. You were looking for the woman that could smile all your pain away, bro. No, sir. Ain't nobody can handle all the pain that we bring to a relationship. And I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to tell some of y'all this. Men and women. Sometimes we are too much. And I know women, y'all hate hearing that. When somebody say, man, sis, you too much. I'm too much. If you want me, you got to accept all of me. No, I don't. I don't have to accept 10 years of chaos. No, I don't. You can stay right there by yourself with your chaos. Right? Some of you brothers do the same thing. Well, sis, I done been through it. Man, you know what I mean? I just need somebody to support me, sister. Like, what's a real woman going? No, dog. A real woman not going to put you on her back like a damn book bag, homie. No. Two people walk together. Nobody's on nobody's back. You done raise kids. The reason why some of us can't have healthy relationships is because nobody wants to raise another child, sis. Nobody wants to raise another child, bro. Right? And for some of you like, I'm going to talk directly to you women. A lot of you like weak men. You love a weak man because you couldn't control your last relationship. So you're going to control this one. Let me see who's in the chat. Oh boy. Let me see. Marriage is personal. It's a commitment to a lifelong of service. Yes, service gives us choices in who we say yes to. Absolutely. But this the problem, Lifeline. We don't see marriage as service. We see marriage as being served. How good you gonna be to me? That's why it falls apart. Let me see. And hurt people all day long. Let me see. We can't be in healthy relationships with others until we have a healthy relationship with absolutely. I totally agree. Let me see. Wow, the Holy Spirit told me the other day I'm struggling with being double-minded. Now hearing you say that is crazy because I've been praying on rebuilding my discernment. Thank you. Absolutely, Lisa. This is the thing. I'm a spiritual man. I'm not just a content creator. I'm a spiritual man. Let me see. Exactly. That's foolish. That's foolish talk. Get yourself together first and stop looking for someone to heal and define you. But that happens. That happens because we're not taught to heal ourselves. We're taught that we can sit back and somebody's going to love us through it. Let me tell y'all something. Love is not enough. Some of y'all that want to be married, some of y'all that are married and struggling right now, love is not enough. You love that person to pieces, but guess what? It's still not working because love is not enough. This is the problem. You love the person, but you don't like them enough to fix the relationship. See, I'm drinking out of my old lady's cup today. Don't y'all know how these internets is? Oh, he got a purple thing. Look, I made coffee this morning. My old lady's purple cup was in there to keep my coffee hot. So stop hating on me. All right, let's get back into it. Right? All right. So number three. We bring our hurts hoping somebody heal them. Right? We you know what the problem is? We take a risk. We take a risk seeking emotional healing solely through a relationship. That's not what relationships are for. Relationships are not there to the sole goal of a relationship is not to heal you. It's to build you. It's to check you. It's to define you. It's to check you. It's to check your weaknesses. You know, they say marriage is the biggest mirror in the world. That's why most people can't do it. Yeah, it's the biggest mirror in the world. We can't stand the mirror. We can't stand the mirror. I've been married twice, right? The first marriage, I couldn't stand the mirror. I couldn't stand the mirror. The mirror checked me, right? I was running around the world being a Superman. The mirror checked me. Yeah. That mirror checked me. The other one tried to kill me. We bring her. Thank God I'm alive, baby. Explain how. Right? This is the thing, too. I want y'all to know this. Your partner isn't your therapist. Your partner is not your therapist. Stop treating them like they are. They're not your therapist. Can y'all sit there? I need some advice. I need you to help me think through this. Yes, but they're not your therapist. Your partner is not your therapist. Right? Let me see. Number 4. We're too sexually driven to see facts. We're too sexually driven to see facts. I'm sorry, I can't say sex on YouTube. We're too actually driven to see facts, right? You're blinded by an actual experience. Oh, they're so good. Oh, I've never been. You've never been touched like that. Yeah, until he hit you upside the head. You've never been touched like that neither. You're so blinded by what he does. You're so blinded by what she does. You can't see that she's toxic. Blinded by it. Blinded by X. Look at I never felt like that before. Yep. Feelings fade, baby. Feelings fade. Feelings fade. And what do you do? What do you do when you're next to this person that used to make you feel all types of ways and now you can't stand the touch of their hand on your body? What do you do? What do you do, bro? When she was everything in the bed, she was smacking it up, flipping it and rubbing it down. Oh no, right? Hanging from the ceilings and from the fans and everything. And now when she walk in the house, you want to walk out the back door. Was it enough? No, it wasn't enough. You're blinded by what somebody's done to you physically. Let me see. Right? You can't judge the person's character. You're judging how they make you feel. Right? So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Anybody ever been blinded by what somebody did to you actually, and you missed all the toxicity? Let me see. Zara, my parents raised me to be responsible for their feelings. Ooh. And have a savior mentality. Ooh. And I realized later in my life that my connection with people pleasing has sabotaged past relations. Yes. See what I'm saying, y'all? To see what I'm saying? How you got to go back past your ex. You got to go back past your ex. Not just about your ex. It's parenting. You got to go back to your house to see why you operate like you do. Right? Every now and then I do marriage counseling. Every now and then. So don't start reaching out to me for marriage counseling because I don't like to do it. But every now and then I do marriage counseling. And when I do marriage counseling, you know what I do? I don't talk about them, their ex, and all. My marriage counseling is based on how you grew up. That's all I do. How you grew up. That's all, because that's where it all begins. We can't keep on sleeping on how we grew up, right? Yo, Ron, I can see you now. This is the problem, Ron. It wasn't your fault that I couldn't see you, bro. It was something I had to change in the settings on my stream service. Now I got you, my man. I got you. Let me see. My old lady, not to make this too personal, but are you married to her now? Since we're talking about relationships. Come on, Lisa, that's none of your business whether I'm married or not. But no, I'm not married. But she's my old lady. Yep. I used to be married. Yes, I am. Yes, I am in a brilliant relationship right now, Lisa Moore. I'm in a brilliant relationship right now because I found out who I was and what I needed. Right? Yeah. And I stopped. This was my problem. I was finding myself attracted to people I had to fix because of my pastor background, my big heart, my caring, my missionary. I would build schools in other countries and save people from this and save people from that. I found out in my life I was building relationships based on saving people. And that was my brokenness, not any woman's. I can't blame any woman for that. It was my own brokenness. And when I found out that was my problem, that I was trying to fix everything and I was broken trying to fix somebody, I realized, no, I can't choose based on that. So yes, I have a great relationship now where I don't have to fix anybody. Yes. Let me see. Yes, childhood. All right. Let me go back here. All right. So we'll go through number 1, misguided love, 10 ways we sabotage our own relationships. People don't know how to choose. Number 2, we don't know ourselves before we go in. Number 3, we bring our own hurts, looking for someone to heal them. Number 4, we're too sexually driven to see the facts about the relationship. Number 5, we lust for attention, not connection. We lust for attention, not connection. A lot of us have built relationships based on the need for attention, not real connection. Let me take a pause. Go get my books. Soul of Sarah. Home Where Hurt Men Heal. Go get them right now. They're available on Amazon right now. There's one up on the screen. Go grab it. It's healing relationships. Y'all who in relationships, some of y'all married, go grab both of them. Sit there, read them together. Heal with your person. See, this is the type of investment you make. You want to be with your person? Stop arguing with them. Sit there and do a book study together. Read something and talk about it. Right? Stop talking about all this foolishness on TV and reality shows and all this drama, bringing all that nonsense into your relationship. No, sit there and talk about y'all, where y'all going, what y'all want, what's the hopes and the dreams of the relationship. That's bigger. And for some of you who need one-on-one coaching, visit my website, christianwinners.com. Go to my website, christianwinners.com right now. You can sign up for one-on-one coaching. It's donation based. What I'm doing, I'm not a capitalist. I could be making a ton of money. I'm not about making a ton of money. I'm about healing people, right? So you can go on there. Your donation will help me be able to counsel other people who cannot afford it. I needed counseling one time. I needed some real help, and I didn't have a dime to my name. And I couldn't find anybody to help me because everybody wanted some money, right? Right? I'm not against it. I'm not against charging people. But what I'm saying is some people out there who need some help. They need it right now. And they shouldn't have to save up money to get mental help. They shouldn't have to save up money to get some life coaching, right? But some of y'all got some money in your pocket. Hey, you can come over, get your coaching. I also do group coaching, right? So like I did with the conference, that one of my sisters in here, I did her conference, right? And go on there. You can book me to speak as well on my website, christianwinners.com. Go visit right now. Let me see who's in the chat. Let me see. Thank you, Cole. See, we've been knowing each other long. I know me and Cole go all the way back to it'll probably be 20 years, Cole. That's my sister right there. Yes. Thank you, sister. Let me see. All right. All right. So number five, we lust for attention, not connection. Right? Some of us are in a relationship for validation more than relationship. Right? That's why you need somebody to worship you every day. A lot of you brothers, your ego is so high that if sis is not telling you how great you are every day, you can't stand it. That's a broken part in you, bro. It's a broken part in your life where you always need a woman to be telling you how great you are in order for you to know the relationship is good. You want worship, bro. You don't want a relationship. Some of you sisters the same way, right? Oh, I painted my pinky on my left hand pink and he didn't notice. You need worship, baby. You don't want no man. You want worship. Go get yourself a golden calf, baby. You don't want a man. You want somebody to bow down to your picture. No. This is partnership. This is partnership. Nobody worships the other person. We can adore you. We can lift you up. But a lot of you ladies, especially if you've never been complimented, right? You're looking for validation, right? Because your prom date didn't say you was pretty. It don't mean it's my job to tell you every day that you are. See, come on, sis. Come on, bro. We bring these attitudes of you're going to now tell me how great I am. No, just be great. Number 6, people come let me see. People come to be worshiped, not to be loved. Number 7, the fear of vulnerability and authenticity. We don't want to be seen in relationship. Right? This is when the thing we talk about comes up about, oh, that's your fake person you showed me. No, it's not my fake person I showed you. It's this, that the deeper levels of vulnerability. We don't want to be vulnerable in a relationship. We don't want to be vulnerable. We don't want somebody to see us. You want me to see what I present. You don't want me to see you. You know why? Because some of us are scared that the person won't love that side of you. And ladies, you do this a lot. Ladies do this a lot. You're so afraid. You're walking around in this perfect thing. Hi, honey. Good morning. And you're walking around like this perfect dainty, right? And you're doing all this stuff, and it's not really you. You do get tired. You do get disappointed. A lot of stuff happens to you, and you're still trying to keep up this image. Lady, you're going to fall apart at some point. It's easier to tell a man these are my issues than to act like you don't have any and then fall apart. He finds them all out. That's why a lot of you get ghosted. Because you walked with such a perfection. You walked with like everything was okay. And then life fell apart. And then you showed that you was a complete mess. And that's why a lot of men have walked away from a lot of you sisters, because you weren't honest from the start. You can't front perfection and then want somebody to stay when they find out you're not. You shouldn't have fronted perfection. Come on. Some of you guys, you front like you got it all together, like you well put together. If you need sister's help, tell her, look, sis, I need your help with this. But don't front this main man energy, and then she gonna find out you ain't main man, right? Be real. Everybody got flaws, and everybody's out here lying. Be real. Some of y'all been married 10, 15 years and still got all kinds of crazy, chaotic secrets because you're scared. You can't find real love if you're only presenting half of yourself, right? Number 8, unrealistic expectations in relationships. What's your expectation of me? Why do you want all that, right? Some of you don't want a man, you want a wizard. Some of you brothers you don't want no woman. You want some mermaid, bro. A lot of us want something that's not real. Let's just get to it. A lot of us want something that's not real. Your expectations are crazy to societal pressures. Here's another one. The power couple. Yo, stop that nonsense. There's no such thing as a power couple. Cut it out. The power couple. Shut up, yo. There's no such thing as the power couple. It's two people that have done well in life. It's two people that have purpose and they're walking out their purpose. There's no such thing as a power couple, right? Relationship goals don't make somebody else your goals. You don't know their road to get where they got is completely different. You don't know what they went through. Stop this stuff. Build based on what you desire, not based on all this TV nonsense. A lot of y'all chasing these celebrities and chasing what their relationship looks like. Cut it out. That's not real, man. It's not real. You know how many celebrity relationships have been put together? Y'all not ready for that. Lack of emotional intelligence. Poor emotional regulation. I can't control myself in a relationship. Can't control my mouth. Don't know what to say. You sabotage because you can't sit there and ponder yourself before you have a response. Everything is fight, fight, fight. Everything is defend, defend, defend. You can't build a relationship like this, ladies and gentlemen. If you're always ready to defend yourself, that means you're not ready to deal with your own truth. If somebody can't tell you something about yourself without you ready to fight, you're going to sabotage your relationship. Because you don't see yourself outside of yourself. You have never experienced yourself outside of yourself. A lot of times you don't know what you're presenting to somebody else. That's why it's up to that person you're with to say, hey, this is how you are. I ain't how I am. Come on. Look how immature that is. You tripping. You ain't talking about me. You talking about your ex. See? Fight, fight, fight. Single, single, single. That's what you're going to be. Let me see. Oh, it's too early. How long we've been on here for hours? Seems like 3. Inability to manage personal priorities and relationship needs. Right? Can you manage your relationship? All right, let's chat. I'm done teaching. Let's chat. Let me see. Let me see. Good morning, Jacqueline. Good morning. Good morning. She said, read a book with your partner to grow. Yes. Yes. Let me see. Let me go back. Aaliyah, good morning. My goodness, I didn't know all y'all was in here. All right, Aaliyah, good morning, my sister. Good morning. Good morning. Let me see. I appreciate that you said read a book with your partner to grow, evolve, and change it. Yes. Sex doesn't keep a relationship. You can pump all night. You better start pumping each other's minds, pumping each other's brains. All this humping, and you don't even know who you on top of. I'm learning from you. I don't know if I'm tired or crazy, y'all. I'm truthful. I'm learning from you that I've been out. Yes, sis. That's the thing. Sis Zara, let me tell you something. Much applause, sister, because it's hard for ladies to say they've been out of order. Right? It's hard to say. It's because it's this societal push that I got to be the perfect lady. No, we all got some broken stuff in there. Let me see. Yep, always have a guard up, afraid of being hurt. Yes. Right? But that guard don't last long. That guard breaks down after a while. Let me see. Keenan Mac, good morning, my brother. Let me see. Build based on what you desire. You got to build based on what you desire. Yes, you got to build based on what you desire. But just know those desires change. Let me see. I had a relationship with a friend where she expected me to text back in 2 hours. I left that friendship with anxiety. I knew that my people pleasing was cost. Yes. And this the thing. Let's talk about givers and takers, right? Takers are born to take. Givers are born to give, right? And what happens is takers are looking for givers and givers are looking for takers. Because see, this is the thing. This is the facts. It's easy to say takers are looking for givers, right? That's a truth. But you givers out there, you're not willing to admit that you're looking for takers because part of your problem is you love for somebody to take from you. Yep. And let's look at it deeper. A lot of times it's your ego believing that you can give and you can fix and you can love anybody out of any situation. The problem with a lot of you sabotage because you feel like you are able to heal everything. Your pride tells you that. And then you wind up with somebody unhealable talking about what's wrong with them. No, you jumped into a crazy basket that you weren't called to. Yeah, but see, and that's the thing. Sis, yes, you had that relationship. Those relationships do leave you with anxiety. They're takers, right? Some of us are just a beautiful old fire hose, a fire hydrant sitting there waiting for somebody to tap in and take everything from you. No, you better put a better cap on your life and start deciding who's deserving of that overflow. Nothing wrong with love. For some of you who are big time lovers, love. Go ahead and love. That's part of your nature. That will never change. But what you do have to do is having a better eye on who you choose to give that to. Because some of y'all say, I ain't going to be like this no more. You can't change how you are, right? But you better look deeply and find if a taker is in that soul that's around you. Let me see. Yeah, see a lot. Yes, right. It's that pride, y'all, and we call it good. No, I just have a big heart. No, you want to control. Some of us want to control people through our love. Let me see. Lisa Moore to Zara, I'm happy you got out, sis. Yes, we are glad you got out, sister. I had one friend and I was forcing that friendship just to have a friend despite she was constantly trying to lure me into sin. Left that. I'd rather be alone. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let me see. Yes, unrealistic. Let me ask y'all something. What kind of things have you what kind of unfair expectations have you had on people you were dating? Or even the person you're married to? Jump in the chat. Let's talk about that. What kind of unrealistic expectations do we put on people? Let's talk about that. Let me see. What does it mean when you attract people who need you? It means that that means that you're not concerned about yourself. It means that you don't love yourself. What does it mean when you attract people who need you? That means that you don't love you. You're trying to love you through loving somebody. That's what that means, Aaliyah. And that's inverted love. It'll never come back. Yeah, that's what that means, right? Let me see. Unrealistic. Hey, listen, these are where we at. All right, let me put it up. I got the dear brother. I'm about to close the show. I think we got about I got about 20 more minutes. But before I close the show, I want to give some advice before I go. I want to help some people out with some advice. So there, you brothers, for dear brother, the advice, jump on in there. You can drop your need for advice right there, and I will get at you, dear sister. Dear sister, the advice. If you're on YouTube, hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button on YouTube. If you're not subscribed yet, subscribe to the Dear Brother, Dear Sister, or the Dear Brother podcast. All right. Subscribe, hit that like button, smash that like button for me, y'all. That lets YouTube know that people are interested in this content and that they'll send more people this way. If you believe in what I'm doing and think it'll help other people, it's free. Hit that like button. All right, hit that like button. So dear sister, the advice, and dear brother, the advice, jump in the chat right now. And I'll use this last probably half hour to just give some advice. For some of you who need some advice right now, jump on in there and I will start to help you all through some things. All right, let me see. Let me get back to my live shot. Let's jump in the chat, see who's in the building. It's Relationship Friday, everybody. Remember, every Friday, every morning, gentlemen, I'm on doing a 6 a.m. show for the gentleman, the Dear Brother podcast, every morning at 6 a.m. And ladies, I'm trying to do a live podcast as well for you around 9 a.m. Every morning. So we'll get into it. So make sure you smash the like button, everybody. Subscribe to the channels, right? And hit that bell icon to let you know when I come online. Let me see. Someone told me I never want to get married. Okay, so I left him alone. We kept coming back. I assumed because he kept coming back, that means he changed his mind. Okay, I expected him to change. I was wrong. Hey, go listen to my podcast. I dropped a podcast for you ladies yesterday that you can't change a man. Go check out my podcast on the Dear Sister podcast that you cannot change a man. I don't care how much you pray. You can fall on the ground, speak in tongues. You can foam at your mouth. Ladies, you will never change a man. I don't care how big you think your love is. I don't care how good you think you have X. I don't care how good you think your body look or whether you can wiggle it and jiggle it, baby. You are never changing a man. You're not changing a man. Now you give that man to God. That's the only way that God can change him. But when you give that man to God, don't be trying to go in God's hand and help God. Let me see. Came in late, bro, but you dropped some gems for sure. My man, absolutely critical thinking. My man Taj. Hey, all you ladies out there that got young men, you got some young sons. Go follow Taj. Go follow Taj on Facebook. You got some young sons that need mentorship. You're a single mom. You looking for mentorship for your son. Go follow Taj on Facebook. He has a brilliant organization for young men. He's right down there on Germantown Avenue in Philadelphia. All right. Go check him out. Go check him out. Brilliant organization for young men. Let me see. Yeah, Leah. That's what I'm saying. It's a lot of stuff we think is good about ourselves. And you take another look. Y'all got to remember that Satan is the most subtle beast of the field. That's why you got to have a deeper eye view. You can't live in a shallow place, even about yourself. Go deeper about who you are. You'll understand what's behind our decisions. Let me see. I expected people with anger issues to all of a sudden change just because I was loving. See what I'm saying? Y'all see what I'm saying? Love is not enough. Love is not enough. You know, communication is the key. Love is not enough. Yeah. Anger issues, it ain't gonna change. It ain't gonna change because you love. That person has a snap in them. They got a snap in them. Does it make them a no good person? No. Right? Because perhaps, let me say this to you. Let me say this to you, Takoa, because I want you to know this too. I'll read your comment again. I expected people with anger issues to all of a sudden change just because I was loving. Yeah, this is the thing. If that person has a broken place in them, it doesn't mean they're not a good person. Sometimes they need to be with another kind of woman. They need to be with another kind of woman. Not that that woman can change them, but that woman can understand a little better how to navigate that anger. It don't make them a bad person, right? And it don't make you a bad person for trying to love them, right? But it makes you, but eventually make a fool of ourselves thinking that that our love is enough. Yeah, I tried that too. It don't work. Let me see. Never change him. Yes, it won't work. You can't change him. You can't change a man. Kia Everett. Yes, you can't change a man. Let me see. Ron McGee in the building. Why is it possible for a man to feel like a woman is the one, yet be hesitant to make the next step toward marriage? I was talking with the fellas about this. Okay. Why is it possible for a man to feel like a woman is the one, yet be hesitant? You know why? You know why a lot of men hesitate? A lot of men hesitate because of fear of commitment, right? And it's somewhere in a man's mind, he always feels like, but what if the next one is better? Let me tell you something, gentlemen. Even when you get married, you will run into a woman that's you think getting married makes other women ugly? No. And any clown who will tell you, oh no, I'm married and every woman in the world is ugly now, you're a liar, bro. No, there will always be some woman that's fabulous. It doesn't stop anything. It will always be somebody that's fabulous. You have to train your eye. You have to train your emotion. You have to train your compassion. You have to train your affection. Those four things, if you train them, don't ask me to say them again because I don't remember what I just said. But you have to train those four things. If you train those four things, then you can commit to a woman. That's why I meant it, because there's something always saying, what if someone else is better than her? That's why it takes discipline for a man to be in a relationship. It just takes emotions for a woman to commit, but it takes discipline for a man to commit. Let me see. I feel like this last relationship was a hard one, and now I'm afraid to feel I can love again. Am I wrong for that? Yes. Yes, you are wrong for that. Yes. Let me read it again. I feel like this last relationship was a hard one, and now I'm afraid to feel I can love again. Am I wrong? Yes, you are. Because you know what? Bye-bye. Have a good day. You know what? This is the problem. Let me put it up again. I feel like this last relationship was hard one. Now I feel like, am I wrong for that? Yes, you are wrong because this is why. Because you are fixing your future based on your past decision. Got to remember this, ladies. No man barges his way in your life. You let him. So now we're redefining love or saying I can't love because I made a bad choice. No, you're being wrong to yourself for that. Understand this. You're not being wrong to men. You're being wrong to yourself. You are wronging yourself by believing your next relationship has to be based on your last past bad relationship. No. The thing is, Chantel, you got to be more committed to stuff like we learned in the day. You got to be more committed to what you really desire so you make a better choice. Yeah, you will be wronging yourself, right? You're too valuable to think like that. Let me see. Replying to Taj Mahal. Yes. Taj Mahal, yes, I definitely need to enroll. Yes. Yes. Inbox my man. Yes, he got some good stuff going on. Okay. Absolutely. Anthony Ritz. Thanks for coming through, my brother. Oh, John Gallup. Thanks for coming through, my brother. Let me see. Good question. Yes, brilliant question, Ron. Let me see. Taj Mahal. Most people don't realize that their so-called love languages are attracted to what they didn't receive in childhood. Yes, heal your inner child. That's what we've been talking about, Taj, early on. See, and that's where I started the show with. That we start to blame how we are based on our ex and the ex before that and our ex before that. And really all our childhood issues come from what we saw growing up. See, that's where you got to address it, right? In my leadership school, I used to teach about temperament. And temperament is how you are and is based on your is based on your 2 parents and your 4 grandparents. And when you deal with temperament, there's certain things about you that will never change, right? That is in you. How you are is in you. It will never change. The goal is to recognize it so it doesn't overtake you or overwhelm you, right? But the temperament, it comes from it. It comes directly from you. You can't change it. You can't deny it. You can't blow it away. You can't even pray it away. It's in your DNA. It comes from your 2 parents and your 4 grandparents. That's why you need to have more conversations. If your parents and grandparents are still alive, start having deeper conversations about who you are so that you're not wrestling with this stuff. You understand it. There's some stuff you praying about that you just need to ask your grandma. There's stuff that you praying about that you need to ask your grandfather. Why am I like this? Oh, son, we're all like this. You understand? There's some ways about you that won't be changed, but can be understood. And if you understand it, then you can control it. Yes. Great point, Taj. Let me see. Yes, it takes discipline for a man to be in a relationship. It don't take feelings. A man, listen, that's why a man can love a woman up, love her down, and still be with another woman. Listen, ladies, I'm gonna tell you this, and y'all can call this controversial as you want, but I've been through too much to sit here and play games with you, right? A man can be. That's why a man to tell you, yeah, I cheated. I ain't got no feelings for her. He really don't. He ain't lying. I ain't saying I'm justifying what he did, but he really don't. You know why? He wasn't disciplined enough. He loves you, but he's not disciplined enough. He's not disciplined. Y'all dating and marrying undisciplined men. Talking about that's how men are. No, that's how the man you chose was. And sisters, I'm going to say this to you. Stop giving this bad advice to your other sisters based on your past relationship. This is how men are. That's what's wrong with some of the older ladies. They give you all the advice. This is how men are. No, that's how that bum your grandmom was. Right? Don't let ladies this is how men are. No, that's not how men are. That's how your girlfriend, that's the kind of men she chooses. It's not how men are. You got to watch this advice giving. Make sure it's pure. Test it. Let me see. My man. Yes, sir, Ron. Absolutely. Let me see. Miss Gibson. Good morning, Christian. Good morning, my sister. That mentality that men have was highlighted in the first best man. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Let me see. Yes, sis. Yeah, see, the thing is, sisters, y'all got to know what y'all allow. There's some stuff that you flat out allowed to happen in your life. You got to stop blaming men for what you let happen. You cannot suddenly become a victim, sisters. Y'all got to stop this nonsense. You can't be a strong woman, then all of a sudden turn into a baby when something happens to you. See, that's the game y'all playing yourself. You're not hurting men, you hurting yourself. You fronting this strong, right? That's it. No, you're not that strong. You allow foolishness and then become a victim. You can't be a victim, sis. You open that door. The question is, why are you allowing yourself to open that door? If I let an assassin in my house and he kills me, I can't say, oh my God, how could you do this to me? Well, I knocked on the door with a gun in my hand. What are you talking about? And you opened it and said, oh, come on in. And a lot of you ladies, this is the issue. You allow yourself to connect with people, not because you love them, but because you lacked love. A lot of y'all have connected with men, not because you loved him, but you lacked love, so you let him in. The issue with y'all is you can make a bad decision, let a man in that you don't love, and then you keep on pushing it, thinking you can fix him, and now you have a baby by a man you never loved. Stop blaming men, y'all. Stand up for your own self. Guard your own heart. Stop blaming men. Men is not, everything is not men's fault. You're robbing yourself. I'm not defending men right now. I'm trying to help you, sister. And some of y'all that are hearing what I'm saying with a dirty ear, you're too broken to hear what, you're too broken to hear wisdom. Because you rather blame men than blame yourself for opening the door. And gentlemen, we do the same thing. Oh, it was her. It was her. It was her. There was a day I sat there and said, oh my God, I can't believe sis did this. I can't believe she acted like this. Listen, every woman shows you a sign that things are about to fall apart before it happens. Right? But you know what happens to you men? You look at the insanity she's doing, and then you lay down and have sex with her and forget that she's insane. How could she do this? You opened the door, bro. I mean, you are teaching your future video on maturity. Yes, train your eyes, train your emotions, train your. Thank you. Okay, let me take a picture of that because now I can do a podcast on it. All right, I'm going to take a picture of this. Thank you, Zara. See, this is how it was when I was a pastor. I never remembered what I said. So here we go. I'm taking a picture of it. All right, that's my next podcast, Zara. Thank you, sister. All right. All right, I got a picture. Y'all now when y'all hear the podcast, it's right there. You're teaching your future video on maturity. Yes, train your eyes, train your emotions, train your compassion. Ooh, that was good stuff. That's why I'm nothing, y'all. I don't even remember what I've said. God just uses me, man. I'm not like anything important at all. And now I feel stuck. But as I was reading The Soul of Sarah, it's helping me learn me, yes, and who I really am and your real value. Yes. Yes. I want y'all to know that, sisters, the driving force of this book, y'all, for the ladies, the driving force of this book. Y'all can get it right now on Amazon. Go get it on Amazon right now. The driving force of this book, y'all, was to get you to see your value, right? We talk about Abraham as the father of faith. Well, no man can be a father without a mother. And if he was going to have generations as vast as the sand of the sea and as vast as the stars of the sky, then that had to come through somebody. Right? One of the first things I talk about in this book is that a seed of a man is 1,000th of a milliliter. But yet when it goes into a woman, she gives him back eyes, ears, and everything. You see what I'm saying? That's the value of a woman. That big vision that was on Abraham's life was impossible without you. I'll give y'all another one before y'all go. God stood there with Adam. Y'all look at my podcast from yesterday. God stood there with Adam and said, it's not good for you to be alone. God was with him. Right? God was with him. As close as I am to you right now, God was with him, looking in his eyes and said, it's not good for you to be alone. See the importance of the value of a woman? Even God knew I can't fulfill a need in his life. And I'm everything. And there's a part of his need that I can't fulfill. Let me go get him a woman. Y'all got to know your value. Go get the book. Soul of Sarah, Amazon.com right now. Gentlemen, Home Where Hurt Men Heal. Go get it. I wrote this book while I was homeless. 2 years ago, 2022, I was living in a car and I sat back and wrote this book on my cell phone. Y'all go get that book. It's lifting men up. Let me see. That's very true. I never thought about that. Your love language is a reflection of what you didn't perceive. Yes. What you didn't receive. Yes. Damn, that's a revelation. Absolutely. That's why we hear Big Ron. We get revelations in the morning. This ain't no regular podcast. And I'm not a content creator. I'm a spiritual man. We gonna get where we gotta go. This is a healing podcast. Smash the like button. Hit the like button on YouTube, on Dear Sister and the Dear Brother podcast. Hit the like button so we can get this truth to everybody else. Aren't y'all tired of this chaos on reality shows and tired of this chaos online, right? You got people popping balloons, right? Somebody walk in the room and everybody pop that balloon. Do you know, y'all seen that before on YouTube, right? You know what that does to somebody's esteem? Right? You got a line of men or a line of women with a balloon in their hand, and then somebody walks in the room and they just hear balloons popping. All that rejection, that's a sickness. That's just sick what we seeing on YouTube. It's sick what we seeing on social media, right? I heard a pastor not too long ago say, "Oh, I guess the new pulpit is social media." Absolutely. Isn't the pulpit supposed to go to the world? You want to keep yours in church? Keep it in church. I'm going to take this gospel to the whole world, the gospel of truth and healing. I just want to throw that out there. Let me see. Yes. Let's get into it. It's not, let me see. Replying to Taj, 100. John Gallup with you, bro. We with you. John, thanks for coming through today, brother. Let me see. It's a lot of bitter older women out here trying to give advice. It must be stopped. Absolutely. And guess what, sis? There's a lot of bitter old men out here giving advice, and it must be stopped. It's bad advice. My dad told me straight up when I was like 11, yo, don't trust women, bro. Yo, bro, hey, bro, don't trust no woman, bro. I carried that, Tekoa, I carried that so long. You understand? That was bad advice. Right? Was it good advice to, hey, man, calm down, be careful, see who you can trust. You know, this is how you find out who you can trust. That's better advice. Don't trust no woman, bro. That came from a place in him. And look how long I carried it. That's why you got to watch your mouth when you're out here giving advice. Giving advice from your own pain keeps people in chains. Yes. And a lot of older women out here, men want this and men. You know, this is one of the worst things I've ever heard in my life that women have said to sisters. Older women said to younger women. You know how to please a man, you know, just F him and feed him. A way to a man's heart is through his belly. If that man is only hungry, that is the way to his heart. You can cook me a meal all day long. It will not make me love you. The cooking me a meal is not the way to my heart. You know why? Because I don't operate like that. If you want a man who just wants to be effed and fed, then God bless you, sis. Have fun. That's good advice. But if you want a man that's intellectually stable, emotionally intelligent and all that, you better bring him more than a plate. You better bring in something for his mind. You better present to that man that you have the ability to help him birth the vision that's in his heart. You could bring the greatest steak and potatoes to the table. Can you think? Now, again, if that man just wants to eat steak and potatoes, he ain't got nothing in his head, cool. I'm not saying he's a bad guy, but that's what you want, go get it. But if some of you ladies, you want next levels of men, but you don't want to be a next level of a lady, right? I went off on a sister one time on social media. This is when Barack and Michelle was hot. And you know what? Oh, I want me a Barack. And I wasn't going to say nothing, but it bothered me. I said straight up, are you a Michelle? Everyone, I want a Barack. Can you get up in front of 20,000 people and give an intelligent speech? Probably not. But you want a Barack? You can never walk with a Barack. Let's be fair, y'all. And some of you men, I want this kind of woman. Oh, she's this and that. Come on, bro. You would get jealous of her success. You sure you want a successful woman? Ooh, I'm probably losing followers and everything. I don't care, bro. The internet's too messed up and nobody's giving truth out here. I'll stand on my truth and die on it too. Mine was opposite. My dad showed love with gifts and acts of service, but was emotionally absent and wasn't around constantly. Yes. I so ignorantly dated men. Yes, that is this. Y'all see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? This is the root. This is where it comes from. Don't blame your ex for what's going on. You got to go all the way back to your childhood to see why you do what you do. And that's a hard pull, y'all. It's hard. It's going to be very hard, but it's worth it. Why live this life sabotaging yourself over and over and over again? It's going to be hard to look back and say, damn, I made this decision because of this, right? I'll give y'all an example. Even how I raised my kids, my older kids, right? I got my son is 20 in the second year of college, and I got my twins will be 18 years old in January. Oh my God, they'll be 18, right? And I got my little baby girl that's 7, right? And even as a parent, my life was so rushed. I started preaching at 14. I started traveling by 17. When I was in high school, I was playing high school football on a Friday night. The game is over at 7. I'm going home to take a shower, for my mom to give me a bag, for my dad to take me to the airport, for me to preach all weekend and then be back to school by Monday. Right? That was my life. That's how my life was set up, right? And so I was pacing so fast, and I was like a grown man at 14, 15 years old. So raising my kids, I was always in a rush. Come on, y'all, get this. Come on, think. Come on, think now. Get this together. Get it. I had to think like that because of what I was called to. But see how it impacted my children? I thought my rushing life, the way I rushed around, was again, it was what I had to go through. But see how it affected my children? I was raising them like they were 14, 15-year-old traveling preachers. You see? See how your youth will affect every move you make. And you got to look back and be willing to say that there's some ways that you were raised that was wrong. There were some ways that you learned that were wrong. There was some advice that you got from a parent that was wrong. There was some advice you got from your auntie that was wrong. Grandmom or grandpop might have said some stuff to you that wasn't right. You got to reset your emotions or you'll repeat the cycles of your family. Understand this, ladies. Think about it. Some of y'all, your great grandma may have a man, your grandma may have a man, your mom may have a man, and you ain't got one either. You going to keep on calling it an accident, or are you going to love yourself enough to see what the hell happened in my family? Come on, bros. Some of y'all the same way. Your uncle by himself talking about, man, I'm single out here, man. I get drunk, get high when I want, go on vacation, spend my money, right? And then the next dude ain't got no man. Oh, man, I ain't dealing with them shorties. And then your dad like, yeah, man, that's why I left, man. And then you start thinking that's life. Come on. You got to go back in there and say, what was broken? What did I learn that was wrong? What's broken in me still? Where did somebody break me and have me making broken decisions? You got to be able to face this stuff. It's hard, but if you're ever going to break the cycle in your family line, you got to break it. You don't have to be an alcoholic because your family was. You don't have to be single because everybody else was. You don't have to cheat on women because that's what all the men do. Come on, ladies. You don't have to try to control men because that's what your mama did. You're going to repeat her cycle. Do you love yourself enough to go back, look at that cycle and say, I'm worth more than that? Stop blaming your ex. Stop blaming your prom date. Stop blaming your first boyfriend. You better go back and see what came from your mother, your father, your aunties, your grandparents, because that's where you got broken. Let me see. Okay, we read that one. Okay. Let me see. We must take, this is the thing, y'all. This is the thing. And I'm learning this. This is the thing. Men don't want to take accountability for anything. We don't. And women, y'all don't want to admit anything. This is the biggest problem I've seen. And I saw it before, but I see it even more online now. Right? Here I am I'm on the Dear Brother TikTok page, right? I'm on the Dear Brother TikTok page talking to men, right? And I was talking about how we should treat women. And this dude attacked me, called me all kinds of names. It's so funny, right? Why you soft, dog? Why you defending women? What? I'm on the Dear Brother podcast talking to men. And he says I'm pandering to women. Why would I be on the Dear Brother podcast talking to men, pandering to women? And why is defending a woman pandering? Soft, dog. Y'all men are soft. You can't take correction. You've never been corrected. That's some of y'all who only been raised by a woman. No man, you never had man voice in your life. I can tell when I meet a grown man online or somebody who would attack me online, you never had man voice. You used to your mama buying you, waking up 6 o'clock in the morning, standing in lines to get you sneakers. That's the kind of man some of y'all clowns are. Yeah. Nobody can correct you. Nobody can say nothing to you because nobody ever said nothing to you ever. Right? Yeah. You played your mom. Yep. And say that's let me say this while I'm out here. A lot of you single moms, stop pandering to your son and stop thinking that you got to do all this extra stuff for your son because you and his dad didn't work out. You don't owe your son the most expensive clothes, the most expensive sneakers. You don't stand in lines buying him $700 Yeezys because you're a single mom. You don't owe your kid that. You are breaking your son. You are breaking your son. And you know what's going to happen? He's going to be less than a man, and he's going to go choose a woman to do what you did in his life. He's going to find another mama because listen, can you raise him as a man? No, but I'm giving you a key right now to help you perceive. Stop taking on the guilt of single motherhood and giving these boys everything and making them not earn anything. Buying him things won't fix that broken part. And yes, it happened. It just happened, but you can't fix it with expenses. You're going to raise a child and he'll be a child at 30. Let me see. Undisciplined, not lack of love. Yes, that's the reason men cheat. Absolutely. That's a fact. That's why cheating almost never has anything to do with his woman lacking something. Absolutely. It's his lack of discipline. Yes, all day long. All day long. Yes. And let's talk about cheating from the other aspect, right? Let's talk about cheating from the aspect of you ladies. When a man cheats, the first thing you want to do is you want to see the woman he cheated with. Let's talk about this for a second. I noticed that. Oh, well, she don't look good as me, and she nah. You know why? You know what? Listen, and I know some of you unaccountable women gonna get on here and say, "Oh, he's justifying cheating." No, I'm not. Grow up. I'm not justifying cheating. What I'm saying is that a lot of you want to see the woman he cheated with and say, "Oh, she don't look good as me. She don't look as good as you," but she talked to him. You didn't. She was willing to hear his ideas and hear what's going on his mind. All you want him to do is take out the trash, shut up, and screw you at night. You wouldn't listen. You had no time for his vision. You had no time for his dream. You had no time for his pain. You just wanted him to produce. You know why he cheated on you? It wasn't about how she looked. Because cheating don't start with sex anyway. Cheating starts with conversation that they can't have nowhere else. Let me tell you something, ladies. Y'all better wake up. Cheating don't start with nobody touching nobody's body. You know what cheating start? It start at the water cooler when the man is saying how he feels about life and he couldn't say it to you because you didn't have time. You were on your cell phone. You were watching Housewives, becoming a housewife. While the other lady said, "Yo, how you doing today?" When the last time you asked your man how you doing? Y'all got to stop this stuff. Let me see. All right. It's challenging to come to a resolved place of your worth and preserve that place. Yes. It might mean we never marry, find that love. That reality is difficult to navigate and remain healed and healthy. That's where I messed up in the past. Let me read that again, Ms. Gibson. It's challenging to come to a resolved place of your worth and preserve that place. Yes. It might mean we never marry, find that love. That reality is difficult to navigate, and remain healed and healthy. That's where I messed up in my past. Listen, I'm not even going to try to cook that. That is a well done steak you just laid on here. I'm just going to leave it up so people can read it. Goodness gracious, sister. That is solid stuff. Let me see. Giving advice from your pain keeps people in check. Absolutely. All day long. A lot of relationship gurus have been teaching men to hate women. Yes, that's why I'm on here. That's why I'm going so hard. That's why you should smash the like button right now. Smash the like button and share this live. Smash the like button, like, share, and subscribe. If you're on Facebook, share this live. Yes. It's so many relationship gurus out here. It's trash. It's not based on anything spiritual at all. It's not based on anything but their own broken experience. Right? Yes, that's why I bring a spiritual aspect to all my teaching. Because again, I'm a spiritual man. Yes, because these gurus know. That's why I'm on here, y'all. I see too much of this trash. And it's breaking people. Let me see. Now you teaching. I really hope these mothers are listening. Yes, I hope y'all mothers are listening. Thank you, Key. I appreciate you, my sister. Let me see. Damon Westcott. Oh, you right. Thank you, sister. Thank you for sharing. Let me see. I'm at work, but I'm tuned in. All right, D. My man, yo, I love you, bro. I love you. I miss you so much. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you, Dion. You went down there. You got married to a beautiful woman, man. Y'all had a ton of children. You've been taking care of every one of them. A young man, too. This is a young man. Man, I met you in your teenage years and just watch you sprout. I love you. I'm very proud of you. The man you have become, man. I'm proud of you, bro. Let me see. Pandering to the broken. Yeah. Well, look, this is the thing. Oh, see. All right. Y'all not ready for this. Do I want to do this right now? Let me think about this. I don't know if I want. See, I say I want the smoke, but I don't. Do I want this kind of smoke? All right. I want to talk. Let's talk about this right quick. I'm gonna ask a question. That way, I can destroy you. Yes. You're destroying the young. Yes. Come on, sisters. Y'all got to do better. Y'all got to do better. Y'all got to do better. Let me see. Steph Crawley in the building. Good morning, my sister. Good stuff. Thank you, sister. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Yes. All right. I want to ask y'all a question. Are y'all ready? Why are there so many healing conferences for women and y'all never get healed at them? Jump in the chat. Let's go. I'm going to pause, y'all, because I really want to talk about this. I want to talk about this. Why are there so many healing conferences for women, but y'all never get healed? So I'm just going to ask that question. I'm not going to jump in on it because I don't want y'all to be like, oh, he hating or something like that. But I just want to know, like, I've been around a long time and I've seen so many healing conferences for women happen, and y'all cry and y'all wear pink and purple and y'all do all that stuff and y'all spend all y'all money on the books and y'all do all that and then y'all not healed. Why is there so many women's conferences about healing where women don't get healed? I just want to know. Now, and a real conversation too. I want to have a real conversation. I'm not hating, y'all. Let me see. Love this channel. I found you last week. Thank you. Nia Taylor, thank you, sister. Thank you for being down with the cause, down with the movement. Let's get some people healed. That's what we doing, right? No, I want to know, y'all. I want to know why is so many healing conferences for women. I'm serious. Y'all get dressed up. Y'all spend all y'all money. Y'all travel. Y'all get on planes. Y'all stay in expensive hotels. And like, y'all just come home and still be the same people. Like, why? I want to know. And it's real question. All right, we got our first response. Nia Taylor says, "Whoa, it's a money grab." Is it? Is it a money grab? What we thinking? Let me see. Lisa Moore, me too. The first person to hold both men and women accountable. Absolutely. I've been looking for this content for years. Didn't think I would ever get it. Yes, absolutely, y'all. Again, I'm a spiritual man. That's what spiritual people do. Spiritual people don't bring all that nonsense. Spiritual people don't have clickbait. This is real talk. We coming at both men and women so we can get healed. My goal is to get us back to Eden, right? My goal is to get us back to Eden. That's my goal. So, all you passport bros, God bless you, bro. Go over to another country and get a disease. Have fun with that, right? And some of you ladies talking about, I ain't never going to be with nobody else. I'm going to stay in my own little bubble. That sounds cute. The only problem is nobody can't get in, but you can't get out, lady. Let's talk. Why so many women go to healing conferences, don't get healed? Let's go, winners, please. Why are so many healing conferences for women? Yes. Why is there so many healing conferences for women? How about a growth conference? Let me see. Women are more easier to, absolutely. Women are easy to deceive. Yes. You know why? Because, listen, all right, I'm going to say this. I believe that a lot, I'm not going to say all, I believe that a lot of these women's conferences are nothing more than the Mary J. Blige album. Yo, I'm not. I was going to say, I'm sorry. I'm not. I believe that a lot of these women's conferences are nothing more than the Mary J. Blige album. We just going to come together, rehearse our pain, and spend a lot of money. Let me see. Yeah. I tried to give my youngest. Oh, I got to calm down so I can read this without joking, without laughing. All right. Let me drink some water. I tried to give my hold on. All right, y'all. All right. I tried to give my youngest daughter some advice and she ouched me, but you doing it, bro. But you're doing it too. Broke my heart, but needed to hear it. Open my eyes. Yes. Yes. Oh, yes. Yes. Absolutely. That's what we got to do. But to see, I love the fact that I can talk to you sisters like this, right? Because it's from love. I'm not attacking you. I want you better. I want you better. Let me see. Because the person who's hosting it needs to be. Ooh. All right, Key. I'm out. All right, yo. Kid, okay, 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 okay. That was savage. That was savage. That was savage truth right there. Because the person who's hosting it needs to be healed himself. All right, listen, I can't cook on that. That's a hot plate. Thank you for being coming to me. I gotta calm down, y'all. Y'all got me bugging. Let me see. Conference organized, monetized brokenness. Jesus. Oh, yes, I'm telling you, it's a Mary J. Blige album. There's a reason Mary found her niche. Mary J. Blige got rich because she found out that women love pain. Women love to be in pain. Women love to talk about pain. And she knew that, and she made millions of dollars off of keeping you in pain. And there's some pastors and leaders and conference hosts that do the same thing. They're using the Mary J. Blige album. In fact, some of your pastors use that method every Sunday. Keeping you broken is financially beneficial to them. Oh, Lord Jesus. Let me see. I honestly believe we may go to healing conferences for social clubs like we absolutely. Absolutely. It's not about healing. It's about being around people that can talk the same talk. This is the problem with the church. The church has become a social, let me say this way. The church has become a subculture. We were supposed to affect culture, not become a subculture. We created our own language. We created our own everything. We separated ourselves from the world. When the scripture says we're supposed to be in the world, but not of it. We're not even in the world. We're in buildings, dressing up like a bunch of clowns, having holidays that God never ordained. Okay. It's not an easy task. You have to put the hard work in. Yes. First, you have to listen to the voice of God to show you the areas you need work. Yes. Submission. Submission. And I'm going to say this. Thank you, sis, for saying that. I'm going to throw this in. You know why some of you ladies fight so bad the word submission? The reason you fight submission with a man is because you were never submitted to God. It's no way that you can have been submitted to God and fight with submission to your husband. You've never been submitted to God if you battle with submitting to your husband. And if you can't submit to your husband, why did you say I do? Let me see. Yes, absolutely. Let me see. Yes, it's very easy to play on women's emotions. Why do y'all keep on trusting women that play on your emotions? Like, seriously, don't you know you haven't been healed? Don't you know that now you're $1,500 lighter and you haven't been healed? You don't know that? Some women know on the plane, on the car ride home, they haven't been healed. But it's like a drug. It's a quick shot, right? It's a high. It's a high that comes down, right? Because you can go to a healing conference right now and still not have a conversation with your husband. Now, where was the healing at? The healing, just like they say in the people who work out every day. You know what they say? Healing or being healthy happens in the kitchen, not in the gym, right? Healing, you can go to all the conferences you want. Healing happens in the conversations with people after the conference, with your family. It don't happen at the conference. You think going to the conference is going to heal you. No, you got to have enough guts to come home and have conversations, and not conversations based on their flaws, but based on yours. I should do a women's conference one day called the Soul of Sarah. What y'all think? I think I will. Seriously, I'm out here now. I think I'm going to do a conference one day based on this book right here. I'm going to do a conference called the Soul of Sarah. That's why. Yes, I am. And I'm doing a men's conference called Home too. right? And then I'm going to bring everybody together to have a big conversation. Y'all think I'm crazy. I'm not just podcasting. I'm building a national and international movement of healing for people. Let me see. Yes, it is. Let me see. No one wants to deal with the root of the issues, yes, but wants the emotionalism of the gathering, yes, because sick people have hope, and we play on people's hope. That's why I go to my listen, here's the proof. So nobody can say, well, you just saying that. Well, go to my website, christianwinners.com right now. For some of y'all that need coaching and you need some advice, you need some help, go to my website right now, christianwinners.com, and sign up for your one-on-one coaching. Christian, how much does it cost? It's donation based. Christian, you tripping. You can't make no money that way. I'm not a capitalist. I'm into building human capital. God will provide for me. I'm not looking for man to provide for me. But this gift I have, I can't monetize this gift. God gave it to me. I suffered for it, but I can't sell my gift. I'm not selling my gift. God will bless me through the hands of people that value what I do. All right. And let me see. Hey, if what I'm doing right now is helping a lot of you, look at the bottom of the screen on my right at the bottom of the screen. If you wanna help me with my movement, y'all, I'm headed to next year. I just came out of Guyana in South America. I built a school in a village called Swan Village in Guyana in South America, to stop sex trafficking. And we're expanding that school, and I'm doing work. I just was there 3 months ago teaching to men only, right? And so I do a lot of movement. In April, coming up 2025, I'll be headed to Kenya. I'll be headed to Kenya to teach men and brothers there. I'll be spending probably a week and a half teaching men and brothers there. If what I do is blessing you, then help me to continue to work. I have a publishing company I'm about to launch for young men between the ages of 12 and 18. So I can teach young men how to publish their books, get their thoughts out. Look, if we teach men how to use their words, we can put the guns down. Okay, so I'm doing that. So I'm doing a lot of different things. You can give the Cash App Master Built One. If this is being a blessing to you and you want to help me push forward, you can give Master Built One on Cash App and Venmo. All right, y'all can give. Thank you so much for hearing my commercial. Let me get back to the chat. Let me see. Oh man, y'all going too fast. No one wants to deal with it. Okay, there's nothing. Okay, let me see. Then there's nothing in place on how to move forward in the days after the conference. Absolutely not, because the point is not after the conference. The point is to take from you in the conference. I'm doing a women's conference, y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think. If y'all think I should do it, let me know in the chat that y'all think I should do it. I should do a women's conference from Dear Brother, right? And just sit there and answer questions about life for women. Yes, absolutely. Let me see. Also, the landscape of women is polarized. It's either the bad B, yes, or the boss babe, or the broken babe. Okay. All right. Landscape. Yeah. I don't know if it's too early, yo. I'm laughing like I'm down here drinking, yo. All I got is water and coffee, and my coffee is decaffeinated. But I think it's y'all. Y'all are crazy. My community is out of control, and I love y'all. Yes, it has changed. It's either either you're a bad B, you're a boss B, or a broken B. My God in heaven. Maybe that's what the conference should be called. Watch the movie Forge. It may be in theaters. The movie was about godly people holding each other accountable from the older generation to the younger. Iron sharpened iron. Absolutely. I heard a lot of good things about the Forge too, Zara. Thank you for bringing that up. I'm gonna check that out. What Zara? What? Oh, is it in? Watch the movie Forge. It may be in theaters. Okay, so where else is it in theaters, or can I watch it? Can I stream it, or let me know? Let me see. So many brainwashed and stuck in their own dysfunctional ways. Yes, we love dysfunction. Listen, a lot of people have mastered the art of functioning, have mastered the art of dysfunctional functioning, right? And so listen, for a lot of people, pain, they put pain in their back pocket, right? And they know how to live that way, so they stay in that in situation. Let me see. Social media and culture has minimized women to 3 categories. Absolutely, and that's what we're chasing. That's why there's so many fake bodies and fake everything, right? Same thing with men. There's a lot of fake stuff, fake bravado, fake alpha man, fake, I'm just so strong. Come on, bro. Relax. That's why the political landscape is so set up. It's so messed up. You see the men out there, everybody's an alpha. Everybody wants to hurt everybody. It's not real. My man, James McCleary, good stuff. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Takoa's with you, Tamika. Let me see. My neighbor just came back. Come on. All right. I'm not putting that up. All right. I'm going to read that on the side. I'm not putting that. My neighbor just came back from the blank conference and ended back with no good. You see what I'm saying, Nee? Because again, a lot of these conferences are just like going to a rack house. I can't say the word, but y'all know what I'm talking about. It's going to the rack house and like getting that. Right? Right? And then all the brokenness comes back. And then, oh my God, the next year, when's the conference coming back? And they go back to the conference. And still wind up horrible people. It's a high. Okay, y'all. All right. Yes, a lot. All right, hold on. Y'all talking about. All right. All right, y'all really got me bugging today. I got it. It's relationship Friday. Don't tell me every relationship Friday can't be like this, y'all. Like your real tears, y'all bugging. Let me see. All right. Yes, a lot of it is disgusting and very vexing to the spirit. People that can't do it aren't all. Yes, that's true. Very, very, very true. Very true. Let me see. Your book, 1441, I left the church to serve God, healing me and teaching me at the same time. Look, that's what I'm here for, yo. That's what I'm here for. I'm tired of all these apostles and stuff in church. I'm tired of apostles who have no direction for people. Why? How can I be Christian? My name is Christian, and my mom named me Christian, and I give direction to people's lives and tell them what's happening next, tell them what God is doing. I don't need the title, but all these people out here, getting crowned with crowns and sitting in special chairs and don't know nothing. It blows my mind. Let me see. Social media and culture has minimized women. Okay. Women are far more dynamic than absolutely. That's why I wrote the book. Women are far more dynamic than that. Let me see. That's why a lot of these prophets only prophesy to women because, facts. Facts, James. Facts. Listen, this is the thing. Look, when a prophet comes in the room and he sees women, he hears a Mary J. Blige album and says, let me play with their pain. I can make money off of it too. Yeah, yo, I should do the soul. There it is. Yeah, I see. Yes, ladies. Would y'all think y'all would come and bring some sisters if a man did a women's conference called the Soul of Sarah Conference? Would y'all come through there? Let me know. All right, there's it. Zara, there it is. She in the building. Please do a men and women's conference. This is the thing, y'all. So this is my goal. I'm doing a men's conference, right, for the brothers, and I'm doing a women's conference for the sisters, and then probably maybe the fall of next year, I would like to bring them together, right, so we can see what healing looks like. All right, so there go one. Yes, let me see. Maybe they're going to validate behavior. Yes, they get validation from women who are like-minded. Ooh, I'm also sure the gist is telling them about their toxic femininity. Okay. Oh man, I'm glad that like this is another reason why I love my community because y'all are truth tellers too. Like y'all tell the truth, and it's really dope. All right, Nia, you got okay. Let's get it. Let's get it. There go one. There go one moving toward a healing. Go to my website, christianwinners.com. Set up your one-on-one right now, y'all. Set it up. Are you live on YouTube? Yes, I'm on live on YouTube. Hey, everybody on Facebook, go to YouTube. Go to YouTube. I'm live on YouTube, Stephanie. Yes, on the Dear Sister podcast. Go on the Dear Sister podcast, and subscribe there. Yes, I'm on it. I'm live right now on the Dear Sister podcast. And for you brothers, I'm live on the Dear Brother podcast as well right now. Yes, I am. Let me see. At least some more. Yes, justified pain. Absolutely. Let me see. I will definitely be donating. Thank you so much, Lisa. I really appreciate that, sister. When what, Cole? When's the Soul Sarah conference? I think I need to get the planning that today. Maybe I'll have a date for y'all by next relationship Friday. All right. Maybe I'll have something for y'all by next. Yeah, I'm definitely doing it though. I'm absolutely doing it. I absolutely doing it. I'm doing it. Um, thanks for the encouragement for me to start my Zoom. It's helping me. That's what I'm saying. Congratulations, sis. That's what I'm saying. Y'all are all, listen, I'm not the man. Y'all are awesome, right? I'm just here to stir up the gift that's within y'all, right? Let me see. No students today. I was about to come back in here. I see you still, I'm still rolling, Ryan McGee. I'm still in the building. What, we 2 hours in? Goodness gracious. Let me see. Why do the fake relationship experts have millions of followers and the real don't? Because people like fake. People like fake, but I'm gonna tell you what you can do, Nia. Hit that like button. See the thing, if all the frauds is out here growing, then when y'all see something real, y'all got to share it. Do you know how to? All right, this is the answer right here, Nia. The reason why the fake grow is because that's what people share. People share the fake stuff. People love it, right? So we got to share what's real. We got to pump what's real, and then it can grow. Absolutely. Yep. Yep. Let me see. Please, I've been wanting that for a long. Yes, Cole. I promise. It's my old lady right here. My old lady. What do you think? When do you think we should try to pull off this conference? This year or next year? All right. My old lady said that we can't pull it off until next year. All right, because y'all know me. I'll do it this weekend if I could. I'll meet y'all on Broad and Patterson, and we just do it. All right. But no. All right. Next year. What February? I'm in Africa in April, honey. I can't do it in. All right, we'll figure it out, y'all. But I'll have a date. I'll talk to my old lady about it. You see what I'm saying? I don't got too much pride. A lot of places in my life. I'm a dummy. That's why I need an old lady. And some of y'all men out there, you got to admit the places you're dumb, and then you can appreciate your old lady. A lot of y'all want it. A lot of y'all guys won't appreciate your old lady because you think you're everything. Let me see. I'm right with you. I say it all the time. I take off all the collars until your lifestyle matches the title. You know what I say? Keep the title. Didn't nobody in the scriptures have a title? Oh, I know somebody saying, oh no, Paul was an apostle. No, read your Bible again. The scripture says Paul the apostle. His name was Paul. He was addressed as Paul. Paul the apostle. He wasn't Apostle Paul. You know why? Because he didn't need nobody to call him Apostle Paul. A lot of these clowns now out here in the church, you need somebody to call you that because your esteem is low. Yes, sir. Waiting for the. I'm on it. I promise you, because I feel this thing right in my heart. Let me see. Yes, next year. Yes, next year, so we can prepare. I tell you what, sisters, we would like to hear her input too. Yes, yes. My old lady will. I value her. She'll be down with the call. All right, y'all. Listen, this is what I want y'all to do. What did I want y'all to do? I don't know what I wanted y'all to do. All right, but thank you so much, y'all, for hanging out. We spent a great time together today. Thank you so much, y'all. I really, really love and appreciate every one of y'all. Let me see. Yeah, I really let me see. Lisa, wife and husband. was the title. Yeah, it's very true. Very true. Absolutely. Everything else wasn't. All right, y'all. I love y'all. I got to get out of here. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. Remember, like I say to the brothers all the time, you matter. No fear, no shame, no compromise. And like I say to you sisters, please stay fly. You're so worth it. And remember, everybody, every day, remember it every single day. Yesterday was history. Tomorrow is a mystery. All you got is right now. What you gonna do with it? No fear, no shame, no compromise. And I'm out. Love y'all. Deuces.